The unique place of the in-between is what makes the trickster an important and necessary social element far beyond the supposedly entertaining role it has. And how does all this relate to Ronald the Clown? And more importantly, what can we learn from Ronald's character about us and the current food culture? We are going to find out next. So, do not forget to subscribe Foodie Eyes. We are starting right now. Ronald McDonald is, without a doubt, the world's most famous clown, and also one of the most distinctive symbols of the world's largest food company. His character was taken from an American mythological clown named Bozo. In his world, publicity is second only to Santa Claus. Most children in the United States might not have known who the incumbent president was, but they knew who Ronald is. Let's talk about clowns. The modern clown is also an incarnation of the court clown, the jester, who was accepted in the courts of many kings. Despite his inferior, sometimes ridiculous social status, he was very close to the king. His duties included very serious tasks, mainly relieving complex and tense situations through pranks and jokes. In many cultures, the clown had a special social status and a significant role in religious ceremonies and myths. Just like a trickster. The trickster is the wild, rude character, funny, strong, smart, and cunning, often with blatant, public sexuality. There seems to be no character in written or oral literature that confuses us like the trickster. He is often identified with creative power, the one who brought food or fire in different cultures. But he also acts in a way that transcends social constraints. That unique place of the in-between is what makes the trickster an important and necessary social element, worth understanding far beyond the supposedly entertaining role it has. So how does all this relate to Ronald the Clown? And we might start by saying this. McDonald's employment laws strictly prohibit their clowns from eating near customers because it may spoil their makeup. But this is just one of a host of regulations and castrations that the creator of the groundbreaking creative clown has been trampled by in the corporate capitalist era of the food industry. Compared to the trickster, who always challenges us with the truth, even when it's unpleasant, Ronald is forbidden to deviate in conversations with children from the text approved for him by the company's directors. For example, he is not allowed to tell children where the burgers come from. If a child asks that kind of question, he has to stick to the script and recite that the burgers are grown in special plots and picked as they are from the bush. This continues the spirit of McDonald's commercials from the 1970s, where children were told that burgers grow in flower beds in a place called the Land of McDonald's, and not as meat that comes from the slaughter of many cows each year. Similarly, according to the company's meticulous rulebook, all food marketed in chain stores grows naturally in a world where there are frying bushes, trees that bear fruits in the form of apple pies, and volcanoes where lava flows in the form of milkshakes in various flavors. But with the decline of Ronald's horn among children, presumably helped along by superheroes and characters from Pixar or Disney, the remarketing of this regulated clown began. In 2005, McDonald's began marketing Ronald as a global ambassador of fun, health, and fitness for children. So you can see him in various commercials gliding in the snow or juggling fresh fruit. This shift also translated into working conditions. From that point on, anyone applying to work as Ronald in the various branches had to be fit enough to do whatever the character does in the commercials. There were also reports of layoffs of people who had served as clowns for many years because they were not fit enough. At the same time, the company began a training program so clowns could give children basic advice in the areas of health and nutrition. These changes reflect the adaptation processes McDonald's, like any business that wants to stay alive, goes through in the current capitalist global climate to cope with changing market conditions and declining revenues. The character of Ronald the Clown is a reliable reflection of how the business economic logic that dominates the food industry leads to cultural disappearance through globalization and unification of food. Moreover, unlike the frontier-breaking Trickster, this corporate clown symbolizes the current threat to us as individuals from giant companies that control every tag of our lives. No more breaking boundaries. No more dealing with primordial impulses and desires vented through the character of the juggler. From now on, even this mediator of the unregulated creative impulses of our souls must be careful not to deviate from the line outlined to him. Otherwise, he will lose his livelihood, and certainly his social role. These forces that drive the food industry, whose main ideology is profit maximization and not necessarily concern for our proper nutrition, have managed to regiment the clown we all need to get out of the existing order. Its main function now is to sell us industrialized products and make us believe we really love them. And so food, one of our creative spaces, becomes scarce, regulated, monotonous, and mostly flightless. Just like the regulated, impulsive Ronald, the one who should never even eat, the sexuality who lives in a non-existent place, is the current continuation of the creative, cheeky, daring juggler. And that is the reason I remind you to subscribe to this channel and get the best food history videos to your main screen. Thanks for watching. See you on the next.